ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंदप्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 and chapter 2, verse number 8. Screen sharing from Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Ram. So, we discussed till verse number 48, 49. This verse we were discussing last time. दूरेण हि अवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवा. O Dhananjay, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness, surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. Durena avaram karma. Abominable activity you should keep long distance. Buddhi yoga. How it is possible? There are many people who know what kind of activities one should not perform. One should keep distance from wrong activities, abominable activities, but still they are unable to make it because because the mind is so uncontrolled. One whose mind is uncontrolled, even after knowing well that certain kind of activity is not good to perform, still he is forced to perform those activities because of uncontrolled mind. That's why Lord Krishna not only he is just giving the knowledge that avaram karma, from abominable activities you keep yourself a long distance, discard it at a long distance. दूर से ही discard कर देना चाहिए abominable activities को. So what does it mean? दूरेण, discard it at long distance means even from mind you just discard it. What to speak of actually indulging in bad activities, you should reject it as soon as it comes even in your mind. So Lord Krishna is instructing this because then you will be completely safe. There will be no question of falling down into Maya. So, but he is not just giving this knowledge, but he is telling, he is practically uh, describing the method by which one can do so. So, how one should do? Durena hi avaram karma, discard it at a long distance, avaram karma. And he means certainly you must do this if at all you desire to uplift yourself, if at all you do not want to get entangled into the activities of your actions, the reactions of your actions. So you must do it. You must discard those abominable activities from far distance. That means even your mind, you just discard it. But how should you do? How you will be able to do it? Buddhi yoga, Dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, O Arjun, Buddhi Yogat. Buddhi Yogat means on the strength of Krishna consciousness. Buddhi Yogat means with the buddhi which is supplied by the Supreme Lord Krishna. Te Sham Satyuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam. Buddhi Yogam Dadami. Jenamam Upayanti. So when Tesam Satati Yuktanam, that is explained in 10th chapter. But for our benefit, Srila Prabhupada is just translating the same thing here. On the strength of Krishna consciousness. Buddhi Yoga means this. On the strength of intelligence derived from Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the meaning of Buddhi Yoga. Or in simple word, we can say on the strength of Krishna consciousness. And this how this Krishna consciousness develops, or this Buddhi develops intelligence, Krishna conscious intelligence develops, which is actually intelligence, which is factual intelligence, true intelligence, real intelligence, or pure intelligence, spiritual intelligence, which has the strength to discard all kinds of abominable activities from a long distance itself. Many people, they have intelligence, very sharp in their memory, their intelligence, but still we find that they are engaged in abominable activities. Even we see so many very, very intelligent class of people, students who are studying in IITs and big, big medical colleges. But still, even if you go to IIT colleges, you'll find there are many students who engage in most abominable kind of activities. This intoxication and heavy kind of intoxication and illicit sex, meat eating, all these four principles, they break like anything, even in IITs also, where the topmost intelligent class of students of the country they study. Why? So they have intelligence, but their intelligence is not actual intelligence. This is not buddhi yoga. Their intelligence is brushed intelligence, brushed buddhi. Brushed buddhi also brushed buddhi, polluted, corrupted buddhi, corrupted intelligence. That is also intelligence. But that is, in another word, it is known as kubuddhi, or bad intelligence, not good intelligence, or not pure intelligence. That is impure intelligence. So no doubt they have intelligence. And because of this intelligence, they are able to do so many wonderful things materially. They are able to develop big, big technologies, and they are able to earn so much money, so many things they may be able to do because intelligence is there. But Duskritina, Lord Krishna explains in another verse, Namam Duskritina Mudha. Duskritina means those who have intelligence, they are known as meritorious work. They can perform meritorious work. But Duskritina means bad influence, badly influenced intelligence or impure intelligence, by which they may be able to perform materially great work, where they can develop good technologies, big technologies, and so much research and earn a lot of money and do so many wonderful things. But because of impure intelligence, their intelligence is misdirected towards fulfilling the desires for sense gratification. They are only impelled for satisfying their senses, and in order to satisfy their senses to the extreme level, they can even indulge in all kinds of nonsense sinful activities, even to the point of engaging themselves in illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meat eating. So this is abominable activity. So this kind of intelligence, what kind of intelligence? This impure intelligence, or brushed intelligence, corrupt intelligence. And how one develops this impure or corrupt intelligence? Uh, just by this modern education system. So modern education system is has this what you say, ability, ability, or this influence. The influence of modern education system is that it makes one's intelligence impure. Although intelligence is there, but it makes it impure or corrupt, and impels one completely to engage oneself in sense gratification activity, either grossly or in subtle manner. But a devotee who is well connected with the Supreme Lord and who derives his intelligence in that connection, in yoga, that is yoga, buddhi yoga. When one gets the intelligence by being connected to the Supreme Lord, by hearing from authorities, hearing Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and constantly engaging oneself in activities of Krishna consciousness, then such a person can develop Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means pure intelligence, perfect intelligence, good intelligence, and sharp intelligence, by which she can properly discard all kinds of abominable activities, even from a far distance. Even in the level of mind, also, he can discard, he can reject all unwanted sinful desires. So that is the way that is the way one can control one's mind, and one can completely make it pure and completely freed from all kinds of nasty material desires, from specifically these six anarthas: lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, madness. And specifically this lusty desires. The lust means material desires to fulfill one's ambitions in life. Lust means lust. One category, grossest level of lust is to have attraction for sex life, sex desire, to fulfill sex desire. That is one kind of lust. But lust also means one who is too much desirous of getting something material. Just like sometimes some students, they become so too attached to fulfill their ambition. I met one student. Uh, so from last 3 years, he is trying very hard to clear NEET to become doctor. And she is so determined that I want this, I want this, I want this. So this is very dangerous, because I could see that she was so distressed. She said, as soon as this year she got the result, uh, uh, she was just uh, she was just crying. Means the result is yet to come, but she gave the paper, but she could understand that she cannot even get the marks which she got in last year. Just imagine. So, but she was so depressed, so distressed. I said, what? So you should perform. No problem. You can put your endeavor, but why to become so much distressed? Why to why you should be so much attached that I want to become a doctor only? Maybe you have you can become something else. You can opt some other subject. There are so many options, uh, but no. So this kind of when desire develops in somebody's mind, then it becomes very harassing situation. The person constantly harassed, and there is no peace of mind. He cannot focus properly, which something substantial which he has in his life. Everyone has something substantial in his life, focusing on upon which one can very nicely advance in his material life, and of course in his spiritual life also. But if somebody develops so much lust after acquiring something of this material world, then he forgets what he has, but he is so much lusty after to get something which he is unable to get it. And in this way, his pieces are cut into thousands of pieces, and there is no happiness. Extreme anxiety is there. So this is the result of this bad intelligence developed from modern education system, and the way the society, the relatives, parents, they force one to become successful in material life. So such kind of impurity, unearths, unwanted things can be cleared by a person who can develop a Krishna consciousness. So with the strength of proper Krishna consciousness, which comes by chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna. When one chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The more you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra very attentively, the more your heart is cleansed of all kinds of anarthas, material desires, lust, anger, greed, envy. And the more you read or hear philosophical discourses on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, the more you develop pure intelligence. So if one can do these two things side by side, one thing is to clear the impurity within the mind, so that mind may not become inspired, mind may not impelled uh, towards performing abominable activities. And another side by side, one can do sharpening the intelligence, making it pure so that it can discard even if mind sometimes proposes something abominable activity. So if somebody has developed pure intelligence by hearing philosophy, by deliberating on the spiritual knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, then with the strength of such Krishna consciousness, with the strength of such pure intelligence, one can reject these proposals of mind, abominable proposals of mind. That is possible. Then. So in this way, Durena hi avram karma, Krishna is telling, Durena hi avram karma, buddhi yoga dhananjaya. With the strength of Krishna consciousness, O Dhananjaya, you keep yourself completely away from all kinds of nasty material desires, avram karma, material, abominable activity. So, but unfortunately, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, so here, the Lord Krishna is mentioning that this deciding not to fight for the cause of establishing dharma, that is actually abominable activity, avaram karma. So Arjuna, when he was deciding not to fight, so that action, which action? Not to fight. So this kind of activity of declining to fight is actually abominable activity, which Arjuna should keep it at long distance with the help of, on the strength of Krishna consciousness. But Arjuna will misunderstand this. Arjuna will think, oh, Krishna is telling me to give up this abominable activity, this battle, this yuddha, uh, fighting. Fighting means I have to kill so many people. So certainly killing somebody is abominable. It's not good, avaram karma. Oh, so Krishna is telling, keep it aside. With the help of buddhi, develop intelligence, knowledge. By knowledge, by jnana, you stop activities. This is what Arjuna is misunderstanding. But this is not Krishna is telling. Now just imagine, in the previous so many verses and in the upcoming many verses, Lord Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to fight and establishing the fact that if you fight on my instruction for the establishment of dharma, so you will elevate yourself spiritually. Lord Krishna has established these things, but in this particular verse, which is apparently ambiguous, which is not actually ambiguous, but apparently it appears to be. It appears to be ambiguous. So Arjuna is taking the meaning which supports his attachment, and this is exactly the situation of a conditioned soul. So Arjuna is attached for not performing this fight on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So for him, he is thinking that this Avram karma or abominable activity is to fight. But according to Krishna's instruction, which Krishna wanted to give, the decision not to fight in this battlefield, that is actually Avram karma. So Krishna wanted that Arjuna should give up. Arjuna should give up this decision of not fighting with the strength. On the strength of Krishna consciousness, Arjuna should give up this desire to not fight. And he should stand up and become fully determined to fight in this battlefield for making him advanced in Krishna consciousness, the spiritual life. So in this way, Krishna says, Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya, Abuddho Saranam Anvicha, Kripana Phala Hetava. In such consciousness, you fully surrender. Buddho Saranam. Buddho Saranam means because Buddhi. Buddho Saranam means surrendered unto the personality from where you are getting the intelligence. That means Krishna. Surrender unto Lord. Uh, the Buddho Saranam. In this way, using the intelligence uh, from Krishna consciousness, from the Lord, you discard this abominable activity of deciding not to fight, and in such consciousness, you take full shelter of the Supreme Lord. Because, oh my dear Arjuna, if anybody who is calculating, who decides whether to fight or not, anybody who decides the performance of his activity based on his fruitive results, based on his sense gratification, he's certainly a miser person. Because those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. So if you are deciding to not fight, keeping your sense gratification in the center, then certainly you are miser. Why you are miser? Because you are not entitled to the fruits of your activities. This Krishna has already told in the verse number 47. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भुर माते संगोस्तु अकर्मणि. You have the right to perform, but you are not entitled for the result of your activities. So certainly, if you because you have no right for the results of your activities, and why you have no right to for the results of your activities, this we have already discussed in verse number 47 in great detail. Because nothing belongs to us. The opportunity to perform activity and the facility or the resources by which we perform the activity and the intelligence or knowledge using which we perform activity, and eventually after performing the activities, whatever result which we get, everything, all these things are just given to us by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. That's why we are not at all entitled for the results of our activities. That's why if somebody who is deciding whether to act or not act, especially on the path of dharma, especially we are talking about. So that means he is kripana, he is miser. He has no broad intelligence. He cannot understand the thing as they are. He thinks that he is the doer and everything belongs to him and results are for his sense gratification. That is a symptom of a kripana. Kripana means Shudra, and the opposite word of kripana is Brahmana. Brahmana means liberal minded personality. So, a liberal minded personality, broad minded person, he never thinks of himself to be the doer, and he never thinks that the results of his activities are meant for his sense gratification. Rather, he always knows very well that actual doer is the Supreme Lord, by whose mercy I get the opportunity to perform activity, and the results of my activities are also meant for his satisfaction alone. This way, Lord Krishna is explaining in this verse. So we'll stop here. We'll take some questions. Tomorrow we'll read the purport of this verse and discuss more. Hare Krishna. Yes, any question?
प्रभु जी, जैसे आपने बताया कि जितना ज्यादा इंटेंसली हम जब करेंगे उतना ज्यादा ये लस्ट एंगर ग्रीड अपने आप कम होता जाएगा, तो हमें इस पर फोकस करना चाहिए जपा के साथ साथ कि ये कम हो सके, या फिर बस जपा पर ही फोकस करना चाहिए?
Best, the topmost consciousness is that we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra just for chanting, because Krishna is our beloved master. We love him and we want to serve him. So we chant his holy name. This is the best consciousness. To chant the holy name of Krishna just for chanting, not for desiring. But anybody, in the beginning, we cannot expect because this platform comes when somebody has developed some kind of pure love or affection for the Lord. But in the beginning, uh, means the Lord allows, and it is all right that we want to become free from the disturbing elements. This lust, anger, greed, all these things are unwanted things within our heart. So it disturbs us. We become distressful of because of this. So we can take shelter of Krishna's holy name to get rid of all these disturbing elements. There is nothing wrong in this.
अ, मतलब मेरा ये था कि सेपरेटली हमें इसे कंट्रोल करने के लिए कुछ इंडेवर करने चाहिए या फिर सिर्फ जपा पर फोकस करते रहना चाहिए.
हमको सेपरेटली कंट्रोल करने का कोई इंडेवर नहीं करना चाहिए बिकॉज ऑल अदर इंडेवर्स विल बी फ्रूटलेस. The only mercy, the only Krishna can control our mind. Nobody else has the power to control. But of course, we must follow the regulatory principles. We should not indulge our mind in such activities, our senses in such activities, by which mind may become more uncontrolled. So we have to stop performing those abominable activities, sinful activities, and at the same time we take full shelter of Krishna's lotus feet by chanting his holy name, and that is the perfect method of controlling or making the mind pure. If someone is avoiding sinful activities, but she is not deeply connected to Krishna, then we cannot say that this is pure intelligence. Yes, we cannot say. If someone is avoiding sinful activities, first of all, this is not at all possible. Anybody who is not connected to the Supreme Lord, artificially he may be able to avoid gross sinful activities, but sin doesn't only mean that doing these sinful activity like meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex. These are the grossest kind of sinful activity, uh, which are performed only by animals. But anybody who is living in this material world and maintaining himself by any means, by honest means or dishonest means. But if he is not giving it back or offering it back to the Supreme Lord, then he is to be considered a sinful person because he is not accepting the authority of the Lord because everything belongs to the Lord and everything is coming from him. So one must recognize his authority. Otherwise, he cannot be as a gentleman. A gentleman is one who recognizes means the contributions of others. Supreme Lord is the personality who contributes for every living being's well-being. So any gentleman would recognize it and will become deeply connected to Krishna. Okay. Yes. Yes, Purvi. Any other question? Yes, please ask.